Have you, e- have you ever looked in the mirror first thing in the morning and barely recognized your own face? Have you ever wondered why your eyes looked swollen, your cheeks seemed bloated, and your jawline appeared softer than it did just hours before you went to sleep? And here is the question that most people never think to ask: what if everything you have been doing to fix morning puffiness has actually been completely wrong? You wake up in the morning, walk to the mirror, and immediately notice it. Your face looks swollen, tired, and heavier than it did the night before. Your eyes appear puffy, your cheeks seem bloated, and your jawline looks softer than usual. For many people, this frustrating morning puffiness has become such a normal part of life that they simply accept it. They reach for cold rollers, expensive creams, or caffeine-packed eye serums, hoping for a quick fix before starting the day. They splash cold water on their face, press ice cubes against their skin, and rush through morning routines just trying to look presentable before heading out the door. But what most people do not realize is that morning face puffiness usually begins long before they ever wake up. The real cause often develops overnight while the body is quietly resting, and no amount of morning effort will truly solve a problem that started hours earlier while you were asleep. When you sleep, your body naturally redistributes fluids. If circulation slows down or fluids collect in certain areas, especially around the face and eyes, you wake up looking swollen and inflamed. One of the biggest causes of this is fluid retention. Eating salty foods late at night can make the body hold on to excess water, and that extra fluid often settles in facial tissues while you sleep. Alcohol can make the problem even worse because it dehydrates the body, forcing it to retain water as a defense mechanism. Stress and lack of quality sleep can also trigger inflammation throughout the body, which contributes directly to that puffy, tired appearance many people struggle with every single morning. Another hidden cause that most people completely overlook is poor sleeping posture. Sleeping completely flat or face down allows fluid to gather around the eyes, cheeks, and jaw overnight. This is why some people wake up looking significantly more swollen than they did before bed, even when they had a full 8 hours of sleep. Even poor circulation and sluggish lymphatic drainage play a major role. The lymphatic system is responsible for moving excess fluid and waste out of the tissues, but when it becomes slow or stagnant, puffiness becomes far more noticeable and difficult to reduce. So what is the real solution? Most people focus entirely on fixing the problem after waking up. They go straight for tools, products, and quick treatments in the morning. While some of those methods may temporarily help, they simply do not address the root cause. The smarter, more effective approach is preventing puffiness before it even starts. And that is exactly what this simple 2-minute nightly ritual is designed to do. It is easy, requires no expensive products, and can make a genuinely visible difference when practiced consistently every single night. The first step is elevating your head slightly before going to sleep. This may sound almost too simple to make a difference, but it can have a powerful effect on overnight fluid buildup. When your head is slightly elevated, gravity helps prevent fluids from pooling in your face while you sleep. Using an extra pillow or adjusting your pillow angle slightly upward can encourage better fluid movement throughout the night. Even a small elevation can reduce under-eye swelling and facial bloating significantly by morning. Many people unknowingly sleep in positions that trap fluid in the face, so this one small adjustment alone can create noticeable improvements over time. You do not need a special pillow or a fancy sleep wedge. A simple adjustment to what you already have can make a real difference in how your face looks when you open your eyes tomorrow morning. At the same time as you adjust your pillow, pay attention to your jaw. Many people unconsciously clench their jaw or grind their teeth during sleep due to stress or tension built up throughout the day. This tightness creates inflammation around the jaw and facial muscles, making the face appear heavier and more swollen in the morning. Before falling asleep, consciously release tension in your jaw. Let your tongue rest naturally on the bottom of your mouth, unclench your teeth, and allow all the facial muscles to fully soften. This small but intentional adjustment can help your face look noticeably more relaxed and less tense when you wake up. If you like this content, then like, share and subscribe this channel, because there is so much more coming that can completely change the way you approach your health, your skin, and your daily routines in ways you probably have never considered before. The next step is a gentle lymphatic drainage massage that takes only about 30 seconds. This is honestly one of the most effective parts of the entire ritual, because it encourages trapped fluid to move away from the face before sleep, rather than sitting stagnant in your tissues all night long. The lymphatic system helps remove excess fluid and waste from your tissues, but when circulation becomes sluggish, fluid remains trapped in the face and contributes heavily to that puffy, inflamed appearance. Using clean fingertips, gently massage from the center of your face outward. Start under the eyes and softly glide toward the temples. Then move from the sides of the nose across the cheeks toward the ears. After that, gently move downward along the sides of the neck. The pressure should remain light and completely soothing. There is absolutely no need to press hard or pull aggressively on the skin. The purpose is simply to encourage fluid movement and support healthy circulation before your body settles into sleep for the night. Many people who practice this short lymphatic drainage massage regularly begin noticing that their face appears more sculpted, refreshed, and significantly less swollen in the morning. The under-eye area often appears smoother and less puffy because excess fluid is far less likely to remain trapped beneath the skin overnight. Now here is where it gets really interesting, and this is the part most people never connect to their morning appearance. What if the foods you are eating in the few hours before bed are directly responsible for how swollen your face looks when you wake up? What if one simple change to your evening habits could reduce facial bloating by morning without spending a single dollar on any product? And what if the reason you feel like puffiness keeps coming back no matter what you try is because you have been addressing the wrong end of the problem entirely? What you consume before bed has a direct and measurable impact on how your face looks the next morning. Salty snacks, processed foods, and heavy late-night meals cause the body to retain excess water. That retained fluid becomes visible in the face, especially around the eyes and cheeks, sometimes dramatically so. Even one salty late-night snack can lead to noticeable puffiness by morning, particularly if your body is already sensitive to sodium. Instead of reaching for salty foods before sleep, keep your nighttime eating lighter and more balanced. Avoid excessive sodium late at night whenever possible. Alcohol should also be limited or ideally avoided in the hours before sleep because it disrupts hydration levels and increases inflammation throughout the body. Although alcohol can initially cause the body to lose water, it often leads to rebound water retention later in the night, which directly contributes to facial bloating and swelling that greets you in the mirror the next morning. At the same time, drink a small glass of water before bed. Many people mistakenly avoid water at night because they believe it will increase puffiness, but mild dehydration can actually cause the body to hold on to even more water as a protective response. A small glass of water helps maintain healthy hydration balance throughout the night. The key is moderation. You do not need large amounts of water right before sleep. Just enough to keep the body properly hydrated without disrupting your rest or causing unnecessary wake-ups during the night. The final step of this ritual involves your sleeping position. Sleeping position has a surprisingly powerful effect on facial puffiness that almost nobody talks about. Sleeping face down or pressed against a pillow can encourage fluid to gather unevenly in the face and creates consistent pressure on delicate facial tissues throughout the night. This often leads to significant swelling, especially around the eyes and cheeks, and over time it can even affect the appearance of the skin texture. Sleeping on your back allows fluids to distribute more evenly and reduces unnecessary pressure on the face. Combined with slight head elevation, this sleeping position can significantly reduce morning puffiness over time when practiced consistently. While it may feel unfamiliar at first for people who normally sleep on their side or stomach, even partial improvement in sleeping posture can produce a visible difference in the morning. What makes this entire ritual so effective is that it directly targets the actual causes of facial puffiness rather than simply covering up or temporarily masking the symptoms. Fluid retention, inflammation, muscle tension, poor circulation, and overnight fluid buildup all work together to create that swollen morning appearance. This routine works by addressing each of those underlying problems before you even close your eyes for the night. Most people spend their time and money trying to reduce puffiness only after waking up. They use cold tools, purchase expensive creams, or rush through morning treatments hoping to quickly shrink the swelling before the day begins. While some of those methods may provide short-term relief, they offer only temporary improvement at best. The real and lasting transformation happens through consistent nighttime habits that prevent the puffiness from developing in the first place. That is the fundamental shift in thinking that changes everything. Consistency is truly what makes this ritual effective over time. Doing it once may help slightly, but repeating it every single night begins to train your body into healthier overnight habits. Over time, you may begin waking up with noticeably less under-eye swelling, more defined facial contours, and a fresher overall appearance that requires far less effort to achieve each morning. Your skin may even appear brighter and healthier because reduced overnight inflammation improves the way the face looks naturally and effortlessly. If you follow this ritual consistently for just 1 week, many people begin to see visible changes. Less swelling under the eyes, a more defined jawline in the morning, brighter-looking skin, and a fresher overall appearance that feels genuinely different from before. The face may look more awake and more rested even before you apply a single skincare product or touch your makeup. What makes this entire ritual so effective is that it directly targets the actual causes of facial puffiness rather than simply covering up or temporarily masking the symptoms. Fluid retention, inflammation, muscle tension, poor circulation, and overnight fluid buildup all work together to create that swollen morning appearance. This routine works by addressing each of those underlying problems before you even close your eyes for the night. Most people spend their time and money trying to reduce puffiness only after waking up. They use cold tools, purchase expensive creams, or rush through morning treatments hoping to quickly shrink the swelling before the day begins. While some of those methods may provide short-term relief, they offer only temporary improvement at best. The real and lasting transformation happens through consistent nighttime habits that prevent the puffiness from developing in the first place. That is the fundamental shift in thinking that changes everything. Consistency is truly what makes this ritual effective over time. Doing it once may help slightly, but repeating it every single night begins to train your body into healthier overnight habits. Over time, you may begin waking up with noticeably less under-eye swelling, more defined facial contours, and a fresher overall appearance that requires far less effort to achieve each morning. Your skin may even appear brighter and healthier because reduced overnight inflammation improves the way the face looks naturally and effortlessly. If you follow this ritual consistently for just 1 week, many people begin to see visible changes. Less swelling under the eyes, a more defined jawline in the morning, brighter-looking skin, and a fresher overall appearance that feels genuinely different from before. The face may look more awake and more rested even before you apply a single skincare product or touch your makeup. The truth is that reducing morning face puffiness is not about finding a miracle product or the most expensive tool on the market. It is about understanding what actually causes the swelling in the first place and creating simple, intentional habits that prevent it naturally each night. This 2-minute nightly ritual may seem almost too simple when you first read through it, but when practiced consistently, it can completely transform the way your face looks and feels every single morning. The most effective beauty habits are often the simplest ones, and this is proof of exactly that. Sometimes the biggest visible changes in your appearance come not from what you put on your face, but from what you do before you ever fall.